like to call this Board of Zoning Appeals, City of Kokomo to order. If you have a cell phone, I'd request you either turn it off or please silence it. And Mr. Sheeline,
You got approval of minutes first.
do I have to?
You do.
Okay. We have the approval of March meeting minutes. Do I have a motion? So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. Okay, now, Mr. Sheehan.
Okay, before we get into the agenda, I just want all the petitioners to know that this is a 5-member board. Tonight, we only have 4 members present. So if you would like to be heard in front of the full 5-member board, you're welcome to ask for a continuance till the next meeting. Keep in mind, it takes three votes to pass a case and 3 votes to deny. So just, there's one vote less tonight. I just want to make everybody aware of that, so. Okay, so the first case tonight is case P01 SC25, petition of Lotus House Salon requesting a special exception to section 3.33, tattoo piercing parlor in a C1 zone. This is at 1735 South Dixon Road.
Do I have a motion and a second?
I move that we approve case number P01-SC-25 and adopt the findings of the petitioner as those of the board and make those findings part of the record.
Second. Thank you. Has anybody had any ex parte communications on this? Is petitioner here?
That is me, Judge, or board members.
He's been cold worse.
Yeah, that's true. Would you state your name and address for record?
Sure. Richard Bucieri, and the address of Lotus House Salon is 1735 South Dixon Road, Kokomo, Indiana. My address is 3139 North Pennsylvania Street, Indianapolis, Indiana.
Thank you. You want to read your findings
Sure.
and facts?
Petitioner's findings of facts. The proposal will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The owners of the property are attorneys in Indianapolis, Indiana. One of the owners, myself, Richard Bucieri, has substantial family ties to the community. The salon has been in operation under the current ownership since 2019 and has had no complaints or criminal activity. The salon is well reviewed and considered one of the better salons in the Kokomo area. Providing a space for a tattoo parlor will provide the community service that is in demand. B, the requirements and development standards for the requested use as prescribed by the zoning ordinance will be met. The building meets the minimum requirements for front and side setback requirements on this zoning district. The space has been historically used as a salon space since at least 2013. A tattoo parlor logically fits into the salon business space by providing services related to personal services involving the body and will be subject to the same type of health and safety regulation. The granting of the exception will not subvert the general purpose served by this zoning ordinance and will not permanently injure other property or uses in the same district and vicinity. Prior to the opening of Lotus House, the salon property was abandoned and foreclosed. The owners have invested in the upkeep of the property and as a sustainable business generate positive consumer traffic in the area that is good for all the surrounding businesses. And D, the proposed use will be consistent with the character of the district they're in, the spirit and the intent of this zoning ordinance and the Kokomo Comprehensive Plan. Lotus House has an excellent reputation in the community, and expanding services for the proposed use while maintaining a standard of service will be beneficial in serving the community. And those are our proposed findings.
You want to read yours or?
Well, yeah, I just wanted to make a statement. This is for the board's information. This is one of the salons that there was a lack of communication between the health department and my office. We've had 2 or 3 of these already before. So basically, this is a housekeeping to make the salon legal. We found that out. We've since fixed the problem with the health department, so hopefully we won't have any more new ones crop up. So the staff findings for case P01 SC25, the proposal will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. This already operational tattoo piercing business within the salon is governed by health department standards and rules for sanitation and cleanliness. As they meet the standards set forth by the health department and receive their approval to open, this business will not cause injury to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare of the community. No new building will take place for this special exception. The requirements and development standards for the requested use as prescribed by this zoning ordinance will be met. The buildings meet the minimum requirements for front and side setback requirements in the zoning district. The existing structures meet or are legally non-conforming to all ordinance standards. The tattooing piercing will take place within the salon and within an accessory structure on the salon property. The salon itself has ample parking, meeting and exceeding ordinance standards 1.5 spaces per operator station. The granting of the exception will not subvert the general purposes served by this zoning ordinance and will not permanently injure other property or uses in the same district and vicinity. As the salon has been operating the tattoo business for some time now without complaint, it is appropriate to suggest that the business has not been injurious to the surrounding properties or their uses. If it continues to operate as such within health department perimeters, it will not cause injury in the future. As the booths are easily converted from a tattoo station to an aesthetic station, the character of the property neighborhood will not be injured. The proposed use will be consistent with the character of the district therein, the spirit and intent of this zoning ordinance and the Kokomo Comprehensive Plan. The proposed tattoo piercing business fits in with the artistic business of the salon. The salon is located in an area where commercial districts across Dixon meet a residential neighborhood. This type of business provides an appropriate buffer between the major commercial area and the residences.
Thank you. Any of the board members have any questions?
Clarification, this is, approval of this would only extend to the current owner.
To the current owner, correct.
Okay.
Yes, if they sell and a new owner comes in, they would have to go through the same process. Correct.
Any other members of the board have a question? Any members of the audience have any questions? If not, if there are no further questions, call for the vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passed.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Next case is case P07V25, petition of 40th parallel. Sorry, I can't speak tonight. The petition of 40th parallel on behalf of Terry Lynette Lawson requesting a variance to section 3.38 sewer and water in order to establish a lot without municipal water and sewer hookups in an R1 zone. This is at 4376 South 50 East, and Mr. Johnson is here for this case.
Would you state your name and address?
Wyatt Johnson, 118 East South Street in Tipton, Indiana.
You would step closer to the microphone, sir.
Sure.
Okay, you have your,
Was there a motion? Did I miss it?
pardon?
Was there a motion?
We need a motion.
No. Do we have a motion and a second?
I move that we approve case number P07-V-25 and adopt the findings of the petitioner as those of the board and make those findings part of the record.
Second.
Thank you. Now, would you read your,
This is for a proposed residential lot in an area that's not served by water, but is in the city limits. So the zoning ordinance requires that it be served by water, and we're asking for a variance to that requirement. The approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community because nearby homes also do not connect to the public water supply. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner because nearby homes also do not connect to the public water supply. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in a practical difficulty. The requirement to connect to public water came into effect relatively recently when this area was annexed into the city. Indiana American Water does not have water available near this proposed one-lot subdivision, and other homes in the area are on wells. Extending water to this site will not only be costly, but easements would need to be acquired from adjoining and adjacent parcel owners, and those owners could refuse to grant easements.
thank you.
Ready for me? Staff findings for case P07V25. The approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. As the lot will be large enough to support a septic system, the approval of the requested variance will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare of the community. The requested variance to waive the municipal water requirements will not create any safety hazards or encroach on any property lines or recorded easements. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. As the area is substantially rural residential with previously recorded lots hosting septic systems, this variance will not negatively impact the use or value of adjacent properties. The only ones who will be affected by the variance are those who choose to purchase and build on the property. The strict application in terms of this zoning ordinance will result in a practical difficulty. This situation should not be self-imposed nor be based on a perceived reduction of or restriction of economic gain. As the closest existing water line is north of State Road 26 and more than 1,700 feet away, a practical difficulty exists for the petitioner. The financial hardship associated with running a new sewer line such a distance would prohibit the petitioner from building on the lot.
Any members of the board have any questions? Okay, Mr. Sheehan says, it says that the new sewer line of the distance, that should actually be a water line, shouldn't it?
No, sewer line.
I think water line's correct. It should be water line.
Sewer and
water.
Sewer line.
We have permission to connect to the Taylor Sewer District.
I'm gonna say, within the Taylor School District out there on 50 East, will
Right.
they
should
go
be
into, will they go into the grinder system like everybody else
Yes.
out there?
Yes, and we have a letter that they would approve that.
Thank you,
Yeah, you're correct. It should be water line.
because I live out on 50 East.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Have any other questions, comments? Now, this is, this one of 3 lots that they have out there?
Right, the last one of 3.
This one farthest north,
No,
middle one?
Mr. Lawson and his daughter owned the land, and Mr. Lawson's lot is the farthest north one. This one's kind of the middle one.
So this will be next door to the house that sits out there now.
Yes.
How big is that lot gonna be, do you know?
The lot, it's 5 and some acres.
If you could, come here a minute, I wanna, on this map, is it this lot here? Or,
Yeah, well, she owns this lot, and her dad owns this lot, and we're combining them to make the lot.
okay, you're combining these two to make one big lot.
Right.
How much of that lot's gonna be taken up by the,
The floodway,
yeah,
We can't build the floodway, so.
yeah,
yeah, I haven't measured it, but it's bigger than 1 acre, which would be the city minimum for a lot without water and sewer.
okay. Thank you. Have any other further questions from any members of the board?
Is this just a single-family home lot?
Yes.
That's all?
Any questions from any members of the audience? Having no further questions, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passed.
Thank you.
In this case, Mr. President, is case P08 V25, petition of Bob Walsh requested variance of 6 feet to section 3.8, median side yard setback, primary structure in an R1 zone. This is at 3507 West Zartman Road.
Thank you. Have a motion and a second.
I move that we approve case number P08-V-25 and adopt the findings of the petitioner as those of the board and make those findings part of the record.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Has there been any expert take communications on this? You would state your name and address and
I'm Bob Walsh. I am the petitioner, and my address is 3507 Zartman Road, Kokomo 46902.
thank you. Do you have your statement?
Sure. Petitioner's findings of fact, the approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare to the community. The garage will not be an eyesore. It will be attached to my current home. There will be farmland to the west, across the street, to the north, Zartman Road, and to the south also. I'll have fields on 3 different sides. It will not have a negative impact to my neighbor to the east. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. This should have no impact on the property value of the farmland. It will certainly have a positive impact on my residence, I believe, with adding the garage. It would not negatively impact our neighbors to the east. The strict application of the terms of this zoning ordinance will result in a practical difficulty. This situation shall not be self-imposed, nor be based on a perceived reduction of or restriction of economic gain. I need the variance in order to build the 2-car garage. I could then park my vehicles inside to shelter them, also my lawnmowers, snow blowers, other items that you normally would keep in your garage for storage. I believe this will help keep my residence looking well kept also.
Thank you.
Ready for me?
Yep.
I got a question for you. Now clarification on reading the paragraph, it says 4 feet from property line, and if I look at this diagram, it says 10 feet from property line. Am I looking at that incorrectly?
I'm not sure. Throw that at me again.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Very
Mr. Walsh,
here,
would you
but it-
just come up here?
Sure.
The property, yeah, it should be,
It's gonna end up being 4 feet.
it should be
So this
10
says
feet.
10.
He's only 4 feet, so he's asking for a 6-foot variance.
Yes, well, okay. Well, I thought I sent in the other one, but that should say 4 feet.
Thank you, I got you now. I just wanted clarification of
Yep.
what you read, and that's
So this should be 4 feet?
Yeah.
No, he's asking.
Thank you.
Yes, it's only 4 feet. So he's
So
asking
this
for
should go
6.
over another 10. Okay.
We have the old one.
Okay.
We did not get this copy.
Any other questions before I read
No,
staff
thank you.
findings?
I'm good, thank you.
Staff findings for case P08V25, approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The petitioner's new garage addition will be built in line with the existing home and will not extend to block vision from the road. The proposed structure addition will not encroach on any recorded easements or cross any property lines. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The petitioner's home is on the end of a row of similar homes neighboring a large agricultural field. The neighboring homes are opposite of the side where the addition will be built, and it will neighbor the field. The variance requested will not impact the surrounding properties or owners or their uses. The addition will match the existing home and attached garage aesthetically. The strict application of the terms of this zoning ordinance will result in a practical difficulty. This situation shall not be self-imposed nor be based on a perceived reduction of or restriction of economic gain. As the petitioner's garage is already on the west side of the house, and that is the only driveway access available to the petitioner, he faces a practical difficulty in having nowhere else to place the addition. If the size of the addition were smaller, the petitioner would be unable to store everything he requires and unable to fully utilize his property as he desires.
You say this garage is gonna be, is it attached to the house? or
Yeah, I'm
just
gonna attach it to the home, yes.
To the existing garage?
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. Have any questions, comments from anybody in the audience? Any more comments from anybody on the board? Not, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor of P08V25 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passed.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Next case tonight, Mr. President, is case P05 SE25. The petition First City Recovery Center, James Whittick, requested a special exception for section 3.27 for a drug alcohol rehabilitation clinic in an IS zone. This is located at 310 West Taylor Street.
SE 24.
Isn't that what I said?
No, you said 25.
Sorry. It is SE 25. This is calendar year 25, correct?
So this should be SC 25 on the back.
It's SE 25.
So this is wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. If you would, state your name and address and
Yeah, Stuart Wood. I'm here on Mr. Whittick's behalf. My address is 16270 North Wind Court, Westfield, Indiana, 46074.
thank you. You want to read your finding of facts?
Sorry, there is a motion.
We need a motion.
Well, I keep forgetting that, don't I? Need a motion and a second.
I move that we approve case number P05-SE-25 and adopt the findings of the petitioner as those of the board and make those findings part of the record.
Second. Thank you. Now, you would.
All right. Findings of facts. The proposal will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. First City Recovery Center will ensure that the structure and operations are not injurious to the community by adhering to all fire and life safety codes and maintaining compliance with local, state, and federal regulations. The facility will employ only licensed and qualified staff, and the unit will be accredited by the Joint Commission, reflecting our commitment to the highest standards of care and safety. The building will be monitored 24/7 through a closed-circuit camera system and staffed at all times to ensure the safety and security of both clients and the surrounding community. Additionally, the facility will operate under a corporate maintenance program designed to proactively address all fire and life safety requirements with regular inspections and proper documentation. Through these measures, we are confident that our presence will have no negative impact on neighbors or the surrounding area, nor will it pose any danger or moral objection to the community. The requirements and development standards for the requested use as prescribed by the zoning ordinance will be met. First City Recovery Center is utilizing an existing building and undertaking all necessary construction and modifications to ensure full compliance with all applicable zoning and development standards. This includes meeting requirements for setback, square footage, architectural standards, landscaping, and parking. We are also committed to the beautification of the property and the surrounding community. Our landscaping plans are designed to enhance the aesthetic appeal of the area, creating a visually pleasing environment that benefits both the facility and its neighbors. As demonstrated with our other two locations on Jefferson Street and Armstrong Street, these efforts will not only meet but exceed zoning requirements, further showcasing our dedication to improving the community. We are well versed in the specific requirements, and our first phase of development is already operating within the standards and zoning ordinance we are requesting approval for in this application. We are committed to ensuring all updates and adjustments are completed to the highest standards, reflecting our focus on safety, functionality, and community enhancement. The granting of the exception will not subvert the general purposes served by the zoning ordinance and will not permanently injure other property or uses in the same district and vicinity. First City Recovery Center is committed to integrating into the community without disturbing or harming nearby properties. Over the past 4 years, we have proudly provided vital services across the state, improving lives and supporting recovery. As part of our commitment, we have invested $1.3 million to ensure our facility meets the highest standards of safety, quality, and aesthetic appeal. We maintain a professional, well-kept facility that adheres to all CDC, state, county, and city guidelines with measures such as controlled client flow, security protocols, safety management, and proper trash disposal. We strive to preserve and enhance the neighborhood's character. We value mutual respect with our neighbors and encourage open communication. Designated personnel, including the CEO and program director, will address concerns promptly and ensure a positive relationship with the community. Our operations aim to support recovery while enhancing the community and maintaining harmony with the neighborhood. And finally, the proposed use will be consistent with the character of the district therein, the spirit and intent of the zoning ordinance and Kokomo Comprehensive Plan. First City is committed to ensuring the special exemption aligns with zoning standards and fits the spirit of the neighborhood. Our facility will provide essential services for individuals struggling with mental health challenges and substance use disorders, addressing a critical need in the community and helping individuals and families regain stability. The new facility also brings up to 45 new jobs, creating opportunities for local residents and strengthening the community's economy. We will maintain a residential aesthetic with no signage, excessive lights, or traffic disruptions, ensuring harmony with the neighborhood. Additionally, we will continue beautification efforts, including maintaining adjacent properties and enhancing the area's appearance. We are committed to working closely with the City and Planning Commission Board to align our services with the community's needs by providing critical care and creating opportunities. This special exception will positively impact the area and its residents.
Thank you.
Ready for none? Staff findings for case P05 SE 25. The proposal will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The proposed 42-bed drug and alcohol rehabilitation clinic will be built inside an existing structure, formerly a church. The remodel will be complete with all appropriate inspections and approvals. The facility will have stringent security measures and safety policies in place to keep all participants safe during their time at the facility. The requirements and development standards for the requested use as prescribed by this zoning ordinance will be met. The buildings meet the minimum requirements for front and side setback requirements in the zoning district. The selected lot and building are legally non-conforming to the zoning ordinance due to their age. The petitioner will not be expanding any nonconformity with their interior remodel. The granting of this exception will not subvert the general purposes served by this zoning ordinance and will not permanently injure other property or uses in the same district and vicinity. The lot in question is surrounded on three sides by commercial or institutional properties. Across the street is a multifamily assisted living development. The addition of the new rehab facility will not negatively impact surrounding properties, their owners, or their uses. The renovation and reuse of the existing church will positively impact the surrounding area. Additionally, services of this type are in high demand in the area, and the rehabilitation of persons struggling with substance use disorder benefits the community. The proposed use will be consistent with the character of the district therein, the spirit and intent of this zoning ordinance and the Kokomo Comprehensive Plan. The City of Kokomo Comprehensive Plan sets this area aside for high-density residential uses. This use supports the comprehensive plan's objective of promoting and supporting new business and industry growth on vacant and underutilized properties within the city's jurisdiction. This is a business that will service the downtown area and benefit the surrounding area.
Any members of the board have any questions?
I do. When you opened the Jefferson area, we had a neighbor in the audience, and they was concerned that there was gathering outside the building and stuff, and at that time, you didn't have any kind of a commons area whatsoever. What are you gonna do to prevent that from happening at this location?
So that location is specifically inpatient patients. So they won't be leaving the building. They can't go outside the building, but we will have a designated smoking area for them that will be fenced in. So that wouldn't be an issue for the surrounding neighbors.
So their area, you plan on having them a smoking area, and it's not gonna
Correct,
affect the neighbors at all?
correct.
Thank you.
No, there's plenty of parking.
Do you know about how many number of staff will be working per the number of clients that you have? You say the max is 42.
Yeah.
So is there a maximum number of staff members that you could possibly have on?
For sure. So we target, for certain, it's different on certain staffing levels, but For like direct care staff, meaning like the nurses or behavioral health techs, we target 10 to 1, so 10 patients per one. And then, you know, for therapists, it's a roughly the same staffing matrix. And then also at that site, we're going to have admin staff, individuals running groups, maintenance, other types of staff. But that's generally what we're targeting for the direct patient staffing.
And then will you have a division between, you have 42 beds, so is it evenly co-ed, or is it first come, first served basis?
It's kind of first come, first serve, with the caveat that as it's currently laid out, it's 2 beds a room. So obviously we're not going to mix per room, but other than that, it's first come, first serve.
Any members from the audience have a comment or question? You would step to the microphone and state your name and address.
Joe Torin, 515 West Taylor, Apartment C, Kokomo, Indiana. 46901. Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I appreciated the new information. My question, I think, is maybe a little more for the board. Do you recognize that now within a 3-block area there are now about 200 beds for transient living between the rescue mission and then to First City? That right in that area are about 200 beds. I'm just curious if you understand that many homeless transient people are in that area.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely, we understand that.
As somebody who's about to invest in 40 windows in his house and is not very far away, I go,
I understand.
is that a good place to be with that amount of homeless people in one area? So I'm just thinking about that. It could be fine, but I guess that's up to you guys, and I thank you for hearing my thoughts.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And thank you for your work, by the way.
Now, is this facility, is it inpatient or is it
Yes,
walk in, walk out?
It's all inpatient.
All
So
inpatient.
yes.
How long are they in for minimum? Is there a minimum?
There is no minimum. What we tell everyone when they come through the door, the longer you're in treatment, the more likely you are to stay sober. So our goal is for everybody to be there 90 days. Our average between inpatient and outpatient is 45 days. For an inpatient stay, we would recommend 30 days. But no one's there against their will. We can't make them stay. But they are in the building when they're there.
Is the intent that these residents would be locally located, or are they from other places, or what's your population like?
Absolutely. So as we currently, approximately half of our clients are from Howard County or the surrounding counties. As of 1/1 of this year, we are now able to take Medicaid. So with that, it expands the people we're able to reach in Howard County specifically and the surrounding communities. So this facility is primarily specifically designed, it's going to be primarily Medicaid. So I would anticipate this facility even further addressing or meeting the needs of the Howard County residents. So wouldn't put a percentage on it, but it's going to be higher.
How many facilities are you operating now?
We have a location at 317, and then we have a location at 317 West Jefferson, and then that has 11 inpatient beds, and then 507 North Armstrong has 9, so 20 total. And then we also do outpatient services at 317 as well. We currently serve, on average, 50 people a day.
If I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong, the first time we met, I believe I was told that there was, at that point in time, there was a 90-day wait to get into this type of facility. Is that correct?
Nothing about that has changed. If anything, demand for these types of services is only increasing.
It's gotten worse. That's what I figured. Okay.
Any other questions, comments? Any members of the board? If not, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next case, Mr. President, is case P06V25, petition of Jason Spain on behalf of Fire Station Number 6, requesting a variance of 0.67 acres to Section 4.20 minimum lot size and variance of 2% to Section 4.20.2 maximum lot coverage in a high-intensity industrial. This is located at 1717 East Boulevard Street. And Mr. Stranahan is here for this case.
Any member of the board's had any ex parte communications on this case? Woods?
We need a motion.
Motion. Well, I keep forgetting that.
Kind of important.
I guess it is. Need a motion and a second.
I move that we approve case number P06-V-25 and adopt the findings of the petitioner as those of the board and make those findings part of the record.
Second.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now,
Kerry Stranahan, 1536 Fox Haven Drive, Kokomo, Indiana, 46902, representing this case. You want our findings of fact?
if you would.
The approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The city of Kokomo is proposing the reconstruction of a fire station to enhance emergency response capabilities and ensure the continued safety and protection of the community. While the current site does not meet the zoning ordinance requirements for lot size and coverage, approval of this project will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and welfare of the community. The fire station's reconstruction is a direct investment in public safety, allowing for modernized facilities, improved response times, and enhanced emergency services. Maintaining the station at its current location ensures uninterrupted service to the surrounding neighborhoods, minimizing delays in responding to fires, medical emergencies, and other critical incidents. The updated design will also include improved apparatus bays, upgraded living quarters for firefighters, and enhanced operational efficiencies, further strengthening public safety. The fire station serves as an essential public service facility benefiting the entire community. Its continued operation at this location ensures that residents and businesses within the response district receive the highest level of emergency services. Additionally, the reconstruction will incorporate site improvements that align with best practices in public facility development, ensuring that the fire station remains a well-integrated and functional component of the neighborhood. Although the lot size and coverage do not strictly conform to the zoning ordinance requirements, the nature of the fire station is a critical public safety facility, justifies reasonable flexibility in site standards. The proposed reconstruction will not introduce hazardous conditions, increase traffic congestion, or negatively impact adjacent properties. Furthermore, the project will be designed to mitigate any potential concerns related to drainage, noise, or aesthetic compatibility, ensuring that it remains a positive asset within the community. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. The proposed reconstruction of the fire station will not substantially or adversely affect the use and value of the adjacent properties. As a longstanding public safety facility, the fire station is an essential community asset that provides critical emergency services to the surrounding area. The proposed improvements will modernize the facility, ensuring its continued functionality without introducing any new or disruptive land uses. The updated design will incorporate site enhancements that align with best practices for public facilities, including appropriate setbacks, landscaping, and improved circulation for emergency vehicles. Additionally, the project will not increase noise, traffic congestion, or other nuisances beyond the existing operational conditions. Any temporary construction-related impacts will be managed in accordance with best practices to minimize disruption to neighboring properties. Furthermore, maintaining the fire station at its current location ensures that emergency response times remain optimal, benefiting all nearby properties by providing continued fire protection and emergency medical services. The presence of a well-equipped modern fire station can also contribute positively to property values by enhancing overall community safety and resilience. The strict application of the terms of this zoning ordinance will result in a practical difficulty. This situation shall not be self-imposed, nor be based on a perceived reduction or restriction of economic gain. The strict application of the zoning ordinance's lot size and lot coverage requirements would result in a practical difficulty for the proposed reconstruction of the fire station. As a critical public safety facility, the fire station must remain within its established service area to maintain optimal emergency response times and ensure the safety of the community. Relocating the fire station to a conforming site would not only be cost prohibitive, but would also create gaps in emergency coverage, delaying response times and jeopardizing public safety. Additionally, the existing site has been in use as a fire station for many years, and its current location provides efficient access to major roadways, allowing firefighters to respond quickly to emergencies. Strict enforcement of zoning requirements would impose unnecessary logistical and financial burdens, as acquiring additional land to meet ordinance standards may not be feasible given surrounding land uses and property availability. The proposed reconstruction is designed to maximize operational efficiency while minimizing any potential impact on adjacent properties. The fire station will continue to function as it has historically, with no substantial increase in traffic noise or other externalities. Allowing the variance will enable the city to modernize the facility and improve emergency response capabilities without creating undue hardship or negatively affecting the surrounding community. For these reasons, enforcing the zoning ordinance as written would create a practical difficulty that hinders the city's ability to provide essential public safety services. Granting the variances is both reasonable and necessary to ensure the continued effectiveness of emergency response efforts in Kokomo.
Staff findings for case P06V25. The approval will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. The approval of the requested variances for lot size and maximum lot coverage will not be injurious to public health, safety, morals, or general welfare of the community. In fact, the enhancements to the site, improvements in maneuverability and function will help the fire department run more efficiently, benefiting the community they serve. The requested variance will not block traffic views, encroach on any property lines or recorded easements, or create any safety hazards. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. In this highly commercial and industrial area, the requested variances for reduced lot size and a small increase in lot coverage will not negatively impact neighboring properties or owners or their uses. The existing fire station will be demolished and a new modern station built in its place. Additionally, the existing lot is smaller than the proposed lot. With this expansion, they are lessening their nonconformity. Adjacent properties and the community as a whole will benefit from the upgrades being made. The strict application of the terms of this zoning ordinance will result in a practical difficulty. This situation shall not be self-imposed nor be based on a perceived reduction of or restriction of economic gain. As the fire station has been in place for many years, even before the PICOL overlay district was created, a practical difficulty exists for the petitioners. Although the lot size will still be too small without a variance, petitioners are increasing the size of the lot in addition to the improvements being made. The additional 2% of lot coverage is important to the project, as a reduction in lot coverage may cause maneuverability issues for the large vehicles. If the variances are not granted, the community will not benefit from the upgrades and changes planned for the fire station.
Any member of the board have a question?
About how long will the construction project take?
Construction is expected to begin in July and be completed by the end of 2026, so about 19 months.
Well, where will the fire trucks be while construction is going on?
The fire department is making plans to temporarily relocate. I don't know if those plans are finalized yet.
So we don't know for sure where What is there, 2 vehicles out there now?
There are 2 vehicles, only one is, I believe, is in service. Engine 6 is the only vehicle, they may have a tanker that is used on occasion, but there's only staff for one of the vehicles.
You gonna use the existing entrance and exits they have now, or?
They're relocating to the west slightly. The main entrance is going to be primarily where it is, but we're flipping it so that the vehicle, the trucks and the firefighters themselves will enter on the west side of the fire station instead of on the east.
They're still going to have trucks that will go right out onto the street.
Correct. It'll be pull-through bays, so they won't be backing in. They go around the back and pull out the front. It'll be a 3-bay station. Currently, we have 2. It was 3 at one point in time.
Do you know if it's roughly the same size as the?
Quite a bit larger. The new facility will be about 16,000 square feet. It'll serve 10 firefighters, up to 10 firefighters.
Okay, I was going to say the station that's on Center Road down there, is it?
It's slightly larger. It'll be the Station 2 on Center Road is a 2-bay fire station, but it has capacity for 8, and this will have capacity for 10 with a 3-bay station.
How about the station on Dixon Road then?
Station 5? Oh, Station 4. That is that just has
Yeah, it's 2 bays.
it's 2 bays, but it just has engine 4, I think.
Any other board members have any other questions? Anybody from the audience have a question, comment? Not, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion passed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I do believe that's our last case. Yep.
I have no other business.
Do you have no other? We'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
A motion to adjourn and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, this
Thank you
meeting is
all.
adjourned.
Can we get the on-air light fixed there so we know?